cheap line for when I have to double bag. Oh. Denied. Perfecto. How we doing this morning?
Doing good. You?
Good. See if I can. There we go. Oh, come on, really?
What's your plan here?
Put a rope in it and pull it over.
Pull it over that way, right?
Yep. See, I gotta come in from this side because the blue rope will go in that way.
I never thought of throwing a weight up there like that.
Yeah.
Never thought of that. I always climb up there and loop the rope around.
Could, yeah. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna base tie it, so I'll tie it right here. Basically the same thing.
What do you mean you're going to tie it there? I'm not following.
It'll go up over the crotch, come down, and then I'll tie it there.
Tie it there?
Yeah. It's called base tie.
I've never done that. I've always just looped it up there.
Yep. Well, you can.
Huh. No shit.
Yep. This will be interesting.
Decided not to bring your cohort, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's not really much for him to do. I mean, really. Saved me a little bit of cash. And he was complaining about having to lift them blocks. Yeah. So.
Part of the job.
Yeah. All right.
Curtis at some point, get some supplies for tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll help you get it down, and then I'll run over to Curtis or whatever.
Sounds good.
Either way, or I can go later.
I don't care. You can go.
By 3.
Yeah, if you want, I'll hook it to my truck. You could pull it while I cut it, and then you can run over there. I'll have plenty of... I'm gonna need some time to process this up.
Yep, by the time I fucked around trying to cut them limbs off that are gonna fuck with the house, it's just as easy to take it down.
Yep.
Yeah. Because they only get bigger.
Yeah, and it's not in a very good spot. I would try and convince you to save it if it wasn't in such a terrible spot.
Well, yeah, it is terrible.
And if it was where that other one was, where it fell, I would try and convince you to, because there's really, I mean, I don't know, it does lean pretty hard. It's got all the weight towards the house.
I'm gonna check the oil. Go park my truck out there.
Okay.
Park your truck over there. Out over there. Okay, out front of the house? Yeah.
Yeah, and this right here, this whole setup doesn't cost that much. I mean, this is probably 20 bucks.
Yeah.
And then the line's another 20 bucks.
Yeah.
And then I bought this bag for 15. And to get a real good shot in a tree, you want a bag. Yep. And then I just sandwich it. They make actual, they're called it's called a throw ball. They make cubes for it, and it folds down. Because what you want is you want to flake the string in there, so that when you throw it, it all comes out, you know, in unison.
Right.
It doesn't come out in a rat's nest or anything. Yeah.
It comes out in a clump. It's up there. Sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. And I've had that happen.
Yeah.
So, and you know, for the price of it, I couldn't pass it up.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
It's one of those things I saw on YouTube and was like, oh, that's ingenious. Don't mind my messy truck, guys.
Real quick, it's going to lean on the ground. I got to see that. Get the hell over this way, out of the way. Oh, you got got a camera and everything on it.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think I will get the truck there out of the way. I think this is a Ford. I wouldn't do it if it was Chevy.
Oh, jeez. Truck's a truck.
What are you starting your kid now about? I said, it's a good thing this is a Ford truck to pull it, and not a Chevy. No, because halfway you get straighten the rope out, some bitch to quit.
Ooh.
They're all good, as long as you keep the E and B in the back.
Exactly.
They're all pieces of shit, they won't break down. You been up bugging Llewellyn lately? Bugging who? Llewellyn, up in the shop.
Let me put some tension on
I
this.
can imagine what you told him about it.
All right. All right, hop right in there. Put her in drive.
You gonna signal me when you want me to go?
Yeah, I'll signal you.
When you do it, head right for I don't want to go too fast though. I don't
Nope.
want to snap the ropes.
No, just start off real slow and just progressively get faster.
Yeah, right.
You know, just like,
right.
ooh.
The way I normally do it.
Yep. You'll see.
Yeah,
I'll give you the signal.
Usually I caught and somebody pulls, so I'm just trying to figure out what you...
Yeah, no, it should be fairly easy.
I think that's good, huh? I think you should be over there more.
No, I want to pull this way to compensate for the weight that leans that way.
Yeah?
Yep. I'll aim it right in here. I may brush the shed a little, maybe, with the tips.
I don't think so.
So.
You're shy of that.
Okay. All right.
Yep. You're free.
Good to go. Thank you.
Yep.
Gotta untie this.
Working as a team.
That's right.
Team players. Come right down right where you wanted it. Told you you're way away from the shed.
Yeah, well, I couldn't, you can't always tell.
I can estimate that pretty well.
Yeah, well.
Boy, your friggin' gas pedal's awful touchy.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. You did just fine.
It's bigger, once it's down, it's bigger than it looks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. It's a small tree. All right. My rope out of there.
Yep. You start hacking, cut it all up.
Yep.
Oh, cut that. Make you mad.
Cut a couple dollars worth of feed off it. Sweet. Boots on. I'll just tie these. Don't make the same mistake I did, everybody. Tie your shoes. All right, let's get it cutting.
You know, I noticed you did the,
What's that?
you did your notch,
Uh-huh.
and then you did this to relieve that from kicking, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, what it helps it to do is to keep it on the stump longer, because what happens is when your notch comes together, where is it going to pivot now?
It kicks it.
Yeah, it's gotta break the hinge, and I wanted it to hold for as long as I could.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I've never done that method either.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good idea.
So depending on what I want the tree to do, I'll make a small notch, a big notch like that,
Yeah.
deep, shallow.
Yeah.
You know. So when I was taught to cut, well, my old man taught me, and then I learned the bore cut. When you use the bore cut, you do a 70-degree notch.
Yeah.
So I was cutting timber a lot for a guy, and everything was 70 degrees. And then I had this one instance where I couldn't drop this tree, but the only way I could drop it was over this big rock.
Yeah.
It's huge. So I was like, okay, 70-degree notch, boom, dropped it. It held till it hit the tree, and then it slabbed itself. It split.
Yeah.
It split on the back side of the hinge. And I realized what I did. I should have made like a 30-degree notch. That way, before it hit the rock, it broke from the stump. So since then, I've been a little more experimentative. Been experimenting.
Or when you do, you learn more.
And the fact that I was cutting out in the woods, and you know, it wasn't paramount, everything went 100%. I learned a lot. I learned a lot. No houses, no structures, just you know.
Yeah.
So all right, get to it.
I can go now, or I can put the truck in here and we can put it on as you go. I don't know. What do you want to do?
You can go now. You shouldn't be too long. Well, maybe half hour.
Yeah. At the
Yeah.
most.
Yeah, you can go now.
Okay.
All right. Alright YouTube, I think I'm gonna do a time lapse because this is really boring and probably nobody really wants to see it. Constitution of the stump on this bad boy is not good. I knew it was compromised, and I'll show you why. The tree looks extremely healthy, and this is where my concern lied. See the union right here? What you want is you want a nice wide open union. These tight unions here, in here, in the inside here, both of these are going to continue to grow. So they're going to continue to grow this way towards each other, which is going to open this seam up. And as that does, it's going to travel down more and more. And on top of that, as this seam gets more predominant, water is going to get in here. And in the winter, the water is going to freeze, which is going to expand, which is going to make the crack more predominant until failure. And you can see right here, this wood, the constitution of this wood is very brittle, very brittle. I mean, it broke right here. And that's a 8-inch lead, and it cracked. So, in another 3 years at most, this, one of the tops is going to come out of this. But I'll show you why I decided to take it down. Right here, this seam runs down. There was some sort of damage here, and you can see this is not good. I mean, I had a thick hinge, and I aimed the tree out in there, and I mean, it was pulling out of the stump here. I mean, look at that. It's wild. Constitution of this wood was garbage. We got it down though. I figure, well, the homeowner was heading towards the store to get some things that he needed. I'd get that down so I stay occupied. I got this all processed up, so now I'll work on that one.